Yo, this is Neville Gallimore from the Dallas Cowboys, and I want to give a major shout out to Mike Tag. Keep bringing the hype to the Cowboys Nation. We love and appreciate it. Now, can you dig it? Let's get it.
Hey, I told you guys! Don't go Bears! Just one game! All I've heard for the last 5 weeks is we want Dallas! So all you haters, you come down to me! You fuel the fire! Because I want it! Are you gonna say, hey, you dig it?
What is up? Welcome to another edition of Tag Nation. Of course, it's your boy Mike Tag on here, getting ready to talk a little Cowboys Bears. I'm heading out to AT&T, already getting anxious. I got the suitcase all going, trying to figure out, what jerseys I need to wear, pack the bags, all that kind of good stuff. So before we get into it, make sure if you're new to the show, hit that subscribe button. That way you're not missing anything. We're live every Monday night. Jimmy D and I, 7 p.m. Eastern. Then, of course, I pop in every now and then with some hype videos. We do a little preview, usually Thursday night. So you guys don't want to miss anything. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you are listening, you're checking out the show, don't cost you nothing. Hit that like button. That helps the brother out. That helps, be sympathetic to the cause. So before we get deep into the game, I'll say this. The Bears, this was a game coming on the schedule. I wasn't anticipating going 12 o'clock game. Bears, not a powerhouse, right? So not a powerhouse team. So it's something hard to get amped up for. So this is one of those games that gets you concerned. It's like, all right, the Cowboys going to be ready. Is this one they're going to overlook? They got a bye week coming up, or they kind of, I never like to use that word trap game, but some people, could consider this kind of like that trap game, a sneaky team. But I'll say the Bears, they did us a favor because on Monday night we saw that team come out and look pretty damn good against the Patriots. So that hopefully is going to wake this Cowboys team up. Now, I think we got the mentality that we avoid all that kind of crap. So I'm just talking from a fan's point of view. But I think when you got Parsons and you got Diggs and you got Zeke and you got Dak and you got that kind of leadership, I think they're not going to be overlooking anything, especially the year that we've had some of the adversity. You never want to take any game, for granted. So I think they're going to come out well prepared. But, looking at this Bears team, they present a little bit of a problem. I think the thing that would concern me, and I'm sure that concern you guys, is their ability to run the ball. They're running the ball really well. Justin Fields being that mobile quarterback, that dual threat quarterback, he's a dangerous player, running the ball. So, the Cowboys, that's something that we, if there's a weakness within the defense, I don't want to call it a weakness. If there's a concern within the defense, it's our ability to stop the run on a consistent basis. But, we went out and got Jonathan Hankins from the Raiders, big defensive tackle. I think he's like 340 pounds, got some beef there. Going to help that run defense. That's pretty much what he's known for. We don't need any more pass rush. I know everyone's going to get all crazy with Quinn. And, hey, we can't be hating too much. Quinn was a Cowboy. He had some good years with us. He he had a really good year last year with the Bears. Hadn't really done much this year, but the Eagles, they're all in. They don't have the pass rush we have. That was evident, and it's been evident all year. They like to think that they got the people to match up with us, so they went out and make a bold move. Give them props. They understand we're going to be coming for them. So they got to go ahead and prepare and do whatever they can. So, I'm not going to hate it. Quinn's a good dude, and it was a good move. But we addressed what we needed on the defense, and that's to get a little bit more size in the middle. So, talk about him playing. I mean, why not? He's been playing all year. Doesn't really need too much practice and training with the scheme. Just get in there and use your big body and push that line of scrimmage and definitely stop the run. So I'm sure we're going to see him in there. But again, stop the run, make Justin Fields beat you with the pass. He's like a 55% completion percentage. He's struggling. They don't really have the greatest receivers. So I think if we stop the run, it could be blowout city. If we let them kind of hang around, almost kind of like the Detroit game. You let it hang around, then it's going to be one of those games where we're going to rely on our defense. I'm hoping that we can give our defense a little break, and hopefully Dak comes out with the fast start, because that's what we'll get into too. And got to start fast, right? If there's one thing you want to talk about Dak, and if you want to give him a little bit of negative, it's we always seem to start slow. We want to establish that run game. It looks like Zeke is probably not going to be playing, so that's going to be it's going to be a lot on Tony Pollard. And you got Davis, who will probably be coming in too. He'll probably help on pass protection, because I think that's a liability with Pollard. So we got to be careful there. But, this is his opportunity. A lot of the fans, they want Pollard to get more touches. Well, like I always tell people, when you get that opportunity, you got to make the most of it. He's going to get that opportunity more than likely on Sunday. And I would probably lean toward resting Zeke anyway, because we went through this last year going in the bye week. I was looking at our injury report, and hopefully, I think everyone's going to play except Zeke, but I saw Zeke on there. Parsons was limited. Sam Williams didn't practice. Noah Brown didn't practice. Schultz was limited. Malik Hooker didn't practice. Steele was limited. So seems like we got a little banged up crew here. We need to get healthy. So we got to get through this game, enjoy that long, week off, get rested, get ready for the stretch run, because we won't look ahead, but we know who's ahead. That's Green Bay. At Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers, he's had our numbers. So maybe this will be the chance that we can get him. So, a couple other things thinking about this game, and really about the season so far. And a lot of questions were asked about Gallup. Where's Gallup? How come he's just not making that impact that we need? Because I think receiver is a concern. I mean, a lot of us, myself, I was really high on Jalen Tolbert. I thought he was going to be a young guy that's going to make an immediate impact, and fortunately, he's not seeing the field. So that's a major concern. They let Amari Cooper go, and now they could be in the market to try and get a receiver. I don't know if Jones is going to do it. You got Brandon Cooks out there. Of course, you got OBJ. We hear Judy is could be available from the Broncos. I don't know why the Broncos would trade a young receiver on a rookie contract. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe more from Carolina. They seem to be, maybe trying to dump some players to get some draft capital. But again, with the Cowboys, they're not big on giving up a lot of draft capital, because they've been building through the draft. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I know most fans probably think that we'll stand pat and we're gonna run with what we got. If we do, then Gallup has got to get more involved. And I know that Kellen Moore, not my favorite coordinator, I don't know about you guys, did come out and say that he's got to do a better job of designing plays to get him involved early. And I think that's, if there's a slow start with the offense, that's what I always see. They don't get our guys involved early. Get CD involved early. Get Gallup involved early. Get the running game going. Get everyone in the flow of the game. That gets Dak going. Do some high percentage passes. Do stuff that, just kind of move the ball. Bears don't have a great defense. I mean, we're not playing the 85 Bears here. We should be able to move the ball down the field pretty much at will. We've got more talent on that side of the ball than they do on the other side. And then again, jump on a lead. What's that going to end up making them? It's going to make them one dimensional. So the running game that's been very successful, I think they're averaging over 5.5 yards, something like that, a carry as a team running the ball. So we do not want to get into one of these close games where they're controlling the clock, they're limiting the possessions, and they come win an ugly game. We need to do what good teams are supposed to do: stomp them, blow them out of the building, and get home by game starts at 12 there. So it'll be a Texas live by 3:30 to enjoy some afternoon football. That's the way it should go. Now, you tell me if it's going to go that way. I feel pretty good about it. I'll be honest. I feel pretty good about it. One of the other things I was jotting down some notes to think about is, Jay Lou got that pick last week, and now he's pretty much out for the year with that injury. So, Bland has looked good in the time he's had to fill in for him. So I feel pretty good with that. But then it's okay. Where's our depth at with cornerback? Well, Kelvin Joseph has been waiting for that opportunity. And if he gets that opportunity, hopefully he can make the most of it because he's done. He's kind of was in the doghouse and he's kind of worked himself out a little bit. Right, he's worked himself out with the improved play on special teams and seems to have a good attitude and things going well. So hopefully, I think that'll work out well. We'll solidify the cornerback position. That's Cowboy fans. When's the last time we said we actually feel good about the secondary? But I feel good about that. I feel great about the secondary and the depth we have, even at safety. We've had a couple injuries there early on in the year, and we haven't skipped a beat. We haven't missed nothing. And a lot of credit obviously goes to Dan Quinn, schemes that he's doing, the personnel packages that he has. He's getting those players that fit, his scheme. And one of them, of course, that had a breakout game last week is my man Sam Williams. I mean, you saw what he's done. 12. He's only played 12 snaps, got 2 sacks, got a forced fumble recovery. I mean, he was all over the place. And that's again getting those guys, those young guys, and hitting those doubles, triples, and the home runs. That's what we needed to see in the draft, and that's kind of what that's what we kind of live by. I know Jimmy D. Jimmy D's chilling out at home. He's going to be down at AT&T as well, and he knows he'll be repping the Cowboys. That's what I say. We're going to the game with 2 Chicago Bear fans. Don't tell me why I did it, but they're good friends of mine, so we're going out there. Jimmy D, he promised me, he said, Mike, because I'm not going to be neutral. I'm not going to leave you, down in numbers. So he's going to be coming representing the Cowboys. So he'll make sure that we got it even and we'll be running it in. So let's see what we got here. We got another comment. Jimmy, it's always the minor league games that we have trouble with. That's again, Jeffrey, that's, to my point. Those are the scary ones. I mean, my heart breaks because I get reminded of that Denver Bronco game last season that I had to witness and endure with my nephew there as a Broncos fan. That was a low point. That was the low point of my time being a Cowboys fan, especially seeing them live. That was one that it was just embarrassing. And what made it worse was the crowd. The crowd was heavy Denver Broncos. I would bet you, no one wanted to admit it, but I bet you it had to have been 50-50 or better Bronco fans. And Chicago fans are loyal too. They're diehard. So I would expect to see a pretty decent Chicago crowd there on Sunday. So we can't give them anything to cheer about. We got to jump on them early. It's like I said, Dak Prescott has got to get on them early, send the message. He worked out that rust. We all said he'd be a little, work out the kinks a little bit. Hadn't played a month and a half. He got better as the game went on. I mean, still his completion percentage was fine, but he started hitting some of those mid passes, had a deep pass. So I think he's feeling a lot better. He's got a full week of practice in, so it should. I expect him to be solid, and we'll go from there. What else? Let's see. We got another comment, my man. That being said, our defense has been flying around like this before either. That is true. That was my other thing I said is I think our defense is different. And I think that's where we can avoid that because the mentality of this defense. I'm telling you, I don't know about you guys. I know everyone loves the 40 points a game and they love the 41-38. I just love watching good defense. And it's been a long time since the Cowboys had this kind of defense. And it's what I tell you guys, man. The defense travels. This is what we want going in the playoffs. You want a defense like this that can go anywhere, any hostile environment, wherever the hell we go. They're going to neutralize everything and they're going to take the crowd out of the game. And I think, everyone, well, not really us. I think Eagle fans are so caught up, oh, we're going to win the division. Oh, you guys are in third place. Oh, blah, 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 blah. We all know when the season ends where we'll finish. Now, that being said, I could care, honestly, I swear to God, I could care less about winning the division. Really don't get you nothing. All I want to do is get in the playoffs. I want to be hot in the playoffs, fight our way in. Whatever happens, happens. I don't give nothing. I want to cuss, but I can't. I don't give nothing about what seed we are, because you got to go through it anyway. And we got the defense to neutralize that. So as long as we're healthy, I mean, that's the most important thing. I don't care where we finish. Philly, go win the division, have at it, have your parade, for winning the East, whatever you want. All I care about is where we go in the playoffs because we've been there, done that. I'd rather go in fighting. I think you go in fighting it. I think it makes you a better team. We witnessed that. I witnessed it with my own eyes going up against San Francisco. And that was a disappointing game, and it was something that another one that just it broke your heart. It's the first playoff game I ever went to in person, and wasn't the experience I was hoping for. I was telling the story to someone that when we went to the game. All of us were tailgating. We're having a great time. And we're like, man, after the game, we'll come out here. Everyone meet here. We're gonna tailgate it up after the game, partied up, figure out who we're playing next, have a good time. And when the game was over, we're like, yeah, I looked at my buddies like, man, we're getting the hell out of here. I ain't going nowhere. And we go to the share ride, line, the taxis and Ubers and all that kind of stuff. And there's all the people who are tailgating with us. And you guys going home too? I said, man, if I can get on a flight right now, I say, get the hell out of here. So we witnessed that. I don't want to go through that feeling again. We got the defense to do it. So getting back to the game, both offenses, like I said, Chicago's near the bottom, but so are we. But a lot is that obviously had our backup quarterback. We shrunk things down a little bit, but our offense is better than where it's at. I think we're ranked like 26, but our defense is up at the top. So the offense will come around. Kellen Moore, be smart. I don't want to see those stupid ass plays, trick plays, dumb plays on 3rd and 2, inside this, inside that. Man, just old school, smash their face in. We don't need nothing special to beat these guys. Just stick with what works. We don't need no gimmicks. So that's the other thing. Let Pollard loose. If Zeke's there, which I don't think he will be, let him go. Work CD. Get Gallup involved early. Schultz doesn't go. Ferguson's done a great job. Hendershot. I mean, we got some tight ends. So there is no reason that we should be having any issues with these guys. So, I mean, really, my keys to victory are simple. Stop the run. Stop the run that Chicago has. Game over. Put the hands and Fields to throw the ball. They don't have the weapons to even to compete with our secondary. That's most important thing. Start fast. Like I said, Dak Prescott, there's something on him. Start slow. We don't need that. Start fast. Put these guys. Don't let them hang around. You don't let these kind of teams hang around. Get rid of them early. Punish them. Let it be over by halftime. We cruise to the finish, and then turnovers. We can't turn the ball over to give them any momentum, any life, any hope. And then, of course, they've turned the ball over a lot. I think he's got like 6 picks or something like that. They've got some fumbles. So, we've got that opportunistic defense. So I expect that we'll get our share of turnovers. And also special teams, man. Turpentine came very close last week. I'm gonna be there. I want to see a damn punt return, kick return. I want to see something. I want to see something. And yeah, no 20-yard reverse law. I mean, some of the things that Kellen Moore does, man, I just don't get it. It just blows my mind. You'd be running to 5, 6, 7 yards a clip, going right down the field, and then he just does some like reverse this, that, and lose a bunch of yards and just totally kill the momentum. I don't know what he thinks of sometimes. I think, he made a comment one time he'd throw the ball every time if he could. He has to control himself not to do it. And I think that's where, McCarthy's kind of got on him a little bit earlier this year, especially when Dak got hurt. But I don't know if his mindset changes with Dak in there and he thinks he can go back and, we'll do all that stuff. But man, stick to the plan, stick to the formula that's been working. Trust your defense. Trust your guys on offense. We don't need trick plays. We don't need all that. I mean, every now and then, of course, you want to do it, but pick your spots. If you're dominating, running the ball right down the field, continue to run the ball until you score. Keep it that simple. If you're passing and you're just hitting them with CD and Gallup and Schultz just right down the field, slicing them up, just continue doing that and score. We don't need nothing. We don't need no double reverse. We don't need all this other, crap. Yep. No, I agree. He overthinks everything, and it's just yeah. So anyway. We'll move on. That'll be for Monday's show when Jimmy D's here. But again, I want to give a shout out. I told you guys when we hit our 1,000 subscriber, we're gonna have a cool giveaway. It was this Micah Parsons, not the exact one because we got the inscription. It kind of wrote it on there and there. But Micah Parsons 11x14. So we did have the show. If you missed it, we did do the drawing. My man Doug, we shipped it out to him. He won it on Thursday. He had it in his man cave, his Cowboys cave on Monday. And he gave a shout out. It's looking so good in his place. So that's a big thanks to you guys, man. I love doing this stuff. I mean, obviously the hype videos that, that's passion. of mine. I love the Cowboys and I love interacting with the fans, but you know, doing this kind of giveaways and giving back and I've been fortunate enough enough with some opportunities with memorabilia and things like that. So we'll be doing another giveaway. I think we're gonna do a 1,500 subscriber giveaway, and I think it's gonna be like a prize pack of Cowboys. Maybe a little stack of 8x10 signed photos of some various players. To tighten up your Cowboys cave. So keep tuned to that. If you guys aren't subscribed, you know, what are you waiting for? If you are subscribed and you're a Cowboys fan, you got to spread the word to Cowboys Nation. Say, hey, man, you got to check out, Tag Nation. You got to check out Mike Tag. If you haven't already, what are you missing? You see that they're giving your boys some respect. They're flying me out to Chili's to hang with Marcus Spears and cut some hype videos with him. Pretty soon, Jerry will finally figure out he needs to get me, joining Michael Irvin up there. We get that hype going at AT&T and get things right. So, I'm already getting ready. Got the hype video. I'm already getting everything in my mind for tomorrow night. So this is what I do. I got to think. I got to, and thankfully, like I said, with the Bears, the way they played on Monday, it was motivation because sometimes when you play these teams that, don't have a good offense, don't have a good defense, they're kind of just hanging around teams. It's hard to how do you get hyped up for it? How do you get things going? But they did us a favor. They did me a favor. Because now I got some stuff to say. So I got a few cameos worked in this week, so I was able to get that done, and that kind of, worked off the rust and kind of helped me figure things out. So anyway, I'm going to be down in AT&T. My boy Jimmy D is going to be down there. We got a couple Bears fans. You guys be nice to them, but I want to see you guys out there. And like I said, Cowboys Nation, you saw Parissa, posting that shirt when times were tough. She took off that jersey and put on one of the Mike Tag, Cowboy Nation shirts. So got the good vibes going. So like I said, any of you guys, I still have a few left, mainly extra large. I got a few shirts left. Any of you guys that want a shirt, all you got to do is message me. Message me on Twitter. Say, hey, Mike Tag, man, you got to hook me up with a shirt. Give me your address. I'll throw it in the mail. You'll get it. You could showcase it. That could be your good luck charm. You spread the word. That way there's luck all throughout Cowboys Nation, and we'll make it happen. So until then, I want to see you guys out at AT&T. Make sure you look your boy up. Make sure you hit me up. We're going to have a good time. Like my man Jeff said, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be celebrating, right? All positive. Get things going. I'll leave you with a fun one. The first one, I got to update these, but I'll leave with the first one. It started it all. And I'll see you guys at AT&T. Have a great weekend. See you Sunday, Saturday night. If not, I'll see you Monday. Take care.
Now you Eagles get ready, because you might not like it, but you will learn to love it because we are the best thing going today. Now can you dig it?